Hey, this is Nat with The Verge, and ahead of CES, Amazon announced a new Alexa skill that will let you control your oven. Now, at CES, we're at the Whirlpool kitchen, where a new line of appliances will work with both Alexa and the recipes app called Yumbly, so you can figure out the ingredients in your fridge to figure out what to make for the night. So this is a new Whirlpool fridge. It's got a little screen on it. It'll tell you the time. You can actually also use it to add digital Amazon Dash buttons for when your stuff runs out. Now we're going to go through with the Yumbly app. You can use the image recognition portion of this app to either scan your entire fridge or just the ingredients you want to cook tonight. So let's see what we got. So we've got asparagus, so you want a protein, and that's salmon, and round it out with potato. And based on that alone, we have a handful of recipes that we can make. So let's go with that one. And you have the instructions here, but you also have an ingredient list of what else you need, such as lemon and salt. That's pretty basic standard stuff. There's also nutritional values, which is pretty useful if you care about that stuff. Once you hit make and start cooking, the oven is now integrated with the app to communicate with one another so that it's preheating the oven as you start cooking. So at this point, you're putting the potatoes in. It's got a timer on how long you need to put them in. It's also giving you instructions on how to best cook these things based on how long they need. The potatoes need to go first, the fish can go later, so that's pretty helpful. So once you press to make it, you do have to press it twice to make sure that you want the oven turned on, so that's a pretty good confirmation that you want the oven on. And once you go through all these steps, when you're done, the app does give you a push notification to come back and retrieve your cooked food. And if you don't come back soon enough, the app also does know to communicate with the oven to automatically cool down to warm your food so that you don't burn it. And if you don't come back soon enough, it'll just shut off so that you don't accidentally overflow your house with gas. So if you don't have your phone on hand, there's also a screen on the oven itself that tells you how far along the preheat is. It also gives you instructions on when you're ready to pull out your baked potatoes, or if you need to leave them for longer, or if you decided to leave it in the oven to warm for another 5 minutes, it gives you a timer for that as well. And if you're not near your phone, you can also use the screen on the oven here to press start so that you can start cooking your salmon, and there's a digital timer here that lets you know when it's going to be done. When it is done, either you can come back and check the oven, or you'll also get a push notification to your Apple Watch or phone. The microwave works the same way. It's also got a little digital screen that gives you instructions in case your recipe with Yumbly requires using a microwave. So the new range comes in 3 different colors: stainless steel, black stainless, and bronze. I think this color is pretty nice, and I've touched it a couple of times now. It's actually pretty good at not retaining any fingerprints, which is great for when you're cooking. It is a little expensive. The microwave starts at around $800. The range starts at $19.50, and the fridge starts at $42.99. Now, it might feel kind of weird to set up Wi-Fi on your stove and microwave, but that's sort of the direction the smart home is moving towards. Which means if your Wi-Fi goes down, all of this just becomes a regular dumb appliance. Which means that if you are using these apps together to learn how to cook, that's great, and it's great for convenience, but definitely don't rely on it to not burn your house down. Oh wow, assisted cooking. There you go.